Codename Kids Next Door was one of the most educational animes I watched as a kid. This show taught me what bras are used for, it taught me what acronyms are, and most importantly, it taught me that adults are fucking evil. I've wanted to review this anime for a while now, but I am hesitant to do so because this anime has already been reviewed multiple times by the best anime reviewers in the business.
If you don't know, if there's, it's about kids under these aliases that they are, they fight for everything. Like they fight for kids, and then there's like the teens next door. Then I think there's actually adults next door, which I really think is cool because it's not just kids in this show. And a lot of people are always like, "Oh, it's just kids." No, it's not really.
So, instead of reviewing this show as a whole, I'm going to count down the top 5 best Codename Kids Next Door characters. Number 5. Number 5 comes in at the bottom of this list because as a black female, she'll never be at the top of anything in American society. If we couldn't elect a white woman as president in the current year, then we'll never elect a black woman. The only way a black woman will get in the White House is if she's fucking the president, cleaning the toilets, or fucking the president's toilet. At least thanks to affirmative action, colleges will throw full-ride scholarships at her so she can pursue a women's studies degree. Meanwhile, a white boy with higher grades will get to go $50,000 in debt to get a science degree, and he'll get to spend 4 years of his life getting called racist and sexist just for existing. Yay, college! Number 4 holds a special place in my heart because he was the manlet of the group. And since I'm a crossbreed between human and monkey, I've been damned to a below-average existence. Speaking of crossbreeding, what makes number 4 especially interesting is that he is a white Australian boy, but he wants to hook up with number 3, the Japanese girl. This, of course, was done by the Japanese to pander to Australia to send more white people to Japan in order to counteract the rampant inbreeding that results from living in a xenophobic island nation. What always confused me about number 4 is that he's an Australian character living in the United States. I never understood why his parents would have wanted to move out of Australia. It's one of the greatest countries in the world. Australia has beautiful landscapes, the natives are sexy as hell, and 3.4% of my viewers come from there. It's right up there with Afghanistan and South Sudan as my dream countries to live in. Number 3 would be higher on my list since she's top-tier waifu material, seeing how she's a 9-year-old Japanese girl, aka the dream girl for the vast majority of anime connoisseurs such as myself. But I have a major problem with this character. Number 3 is obsessed with a line of toys called Rainbow Monkeys, and I find this highly offensive. My monkey culture being appropriated in toy form isn't cute and fun. It's highly offensive and wrong. And in case you didn't know, Rainbow Monkey is a highly offensive term. We prefer to be called Monkeys of Rainbow. I know this distinction seems entirely arbitrary and retarded, but trust me when I say that it's necessary. And don't even point out that the NAARM acronym stands for National Association for the Advancement of Rainbow Monkeys, because that organization is a relic of a far less racially sensitive time. Number 2. The Delightful Children from Down the Lane. The Delightful Children from Down the Lane are not only one of the scariest villains on Kids Next Door, but they might be one of the scariest anime villains of all time. This was a show that included villains like Count Spank-A-Lot, a vampire who viciously beats children, and Nightbrace, an evil dentist who performs painful oral surgery on kids without anesthetic. And yet this group of 5 children was far more menacing by leaps and bounds. The Delightful Children serve as the ultimate antithesis to the kids next door. Instead of consisting of a variety of personalities, the Delightful Children are eerily analogous, speaking together in unison monotone voices. When I was a kid, these Delightful Children creeped me out way more than any other anime characters. And now that I'm older, I can appreciate how cool they are. The Delightful Children from down the lane easily earned the number 2 spot on this list. Number 1. Number 1. Number 1 is the number 1 Kids Next Door character. He's a white male, so naturally he's the leader of the group. I thought it was really brave of the creators to make the main character of their anime series a child with cancer. If you're the type of person who is interested in the secret meanings behind anime character names, then here's a good one for you. Number 1's real name is Nigel Uno. Uno, of course, being the Spanish word for cancer. It's really impressive that symbolism like this so closely ties in with characterization and major themes of the show. And it's the little details like this that make Codename Kids Next Door one of the greatest animes of all time. This anime review was sponsored by me, Mumkey Jones. If you like my content and want to support the show, then check out my Patreon page in the description, or hire me to do voice work on Fiverr.com.
Now